Who's the best and worst female superhero from the MCU? We're going to discuss our opinions, but with a twist. Like Among Us, there will be an imposter amongst the four of us who will be completely lying about their opinion. Apologies if your favorite isn't on the list, but for the sake of the game, we're going to restrict it to 7 characters. Black Widow, Captain Marvel, Gamora, Valkyrie, Wasp, Nebula, and Scarlet Witch. Each person will have 1 minute on the clock to explain their choices, and the goal will be to figure out who the imposter is. With the rules set, let's begin with OC.
Okay, so favorite and least favorite of the female MCU characters from this list. My favorite, I'm gonna go off the bat with Gamora. She is gonna be my favorite. I think that she really came out strong in that first Guardians movie, and Zoe Saldana is just, it's Zoe Saldana. I don't know what else you can say about that. Yeah, with the swords and all of that stuff, that's just like, and even the background with Thanos.
This seems kind of
20 seconds.
Yeah,
Who's
seems
your
like an
I'm trying to be
obvious
quick.
answer, OC.
I'm trying to be quick. Okay, so and then least favorite, I'm going to go with Wasp. I just feel like her character was forgettable, and there's not really much special about her, in my opinion. So yeah. Yep.
Okay. I can go ahead and go next. First of all, I'm a crewmate, so I'm telling the truth.
Interesting, huh?
I'm so glad to be crewmate. My favorite is 100% Valkyrie. I think she's a hilarious character. She's fun to watch. Oh my gosh, Christine, come on, give me my time. She's fun to watch. I can't imagine anyone like not liking her. Basically, she has her issues, but she's fun to watch, and her interactions with Thor and Hulk are just great. My worst, unfortunately, this one was super hard to pick. It was like a lot of the ones that we listed I didn't care that much about, but I'm gonna agree with OC in saying the Wasp. She was very forgettable, and in the second movie, like her name was in the title, but I feel like she didn't even. For me, Scott was still, was still the main character.
Right.
Okay, that's time.
Okay.
Christine, go ahead.
Right. So I'm gonna say that my favorite. Thank you, OC. My favorite is actually Nebula, because she's a cyborg, and I feel like essentially that's kind of like you're immortal, even though she does get hurt and whatnot. But she could change parts and literally be a beast and be OP as hell.
I mean, she got killed, so she's not immortal.
She didn't get
not exactly.
I'll keep going.
As in, like, she killed herself. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, but okay. Well, okay. Moving on.
25.
And then my least favorite, I would say, I'd have to agree with you. It'd have to be the Wasp, because
Oh man, this
I
is
don't
gonna be hard.
remember
It's gonna be freaking hard
about her. And I guess that's it. Time. There's really not much to say for the Wasp.
Crystal, go ahead.
What if I just said, I'm going to start off by saying my least favorite is not the Wasp. Don't worry, y'all. My least favorite to me is, unfortunately, Wanda, Scarlet Witch. I just think ever since her debut, like every movie after that, she was just forgettable to me. Nothing really she did stands out to me. I think the only thing she did was like when she was talking to Thanos, and then he was like, I don't even know who you are, but only because that became a meme. And then my favorite, I agree with Christine, is Nebula. I love a cyborg, I think she's just really interesting to look at. Her whole arc was really cool because she started off as a character I really didn't like at first, but after seeing her interactions with different characters like Yondu and Tony Stark too, I think she really redeemed herself, and I think it takes a lot for like a character to be like written so well to like, I don't know, change people's minds like that.
Sounds good. All right,
Yeah,
that's a minute.
She had a good character arc.
Let's hit this emergency meeting, yo.
Hit it.
This is we're doing a quick discussion. This is a lightning round game.
Right.
All right, man.
All right.
Free discussion now. I'm gonna straight up. I don't want to like. Okay.
I think it's Scott.
What?
Me too. I think it's Scott.
Oh my god! No, guys. This
Number
is,
one,
this is
he said, "I'm a crewmate." Number two, Valkyrie, really as your favorite?
That is
And then
actually very
he said
suspicious.
100% I love Valkyrie's the like the
Oh my
one
God.
hundred
Yeah.
absolutes
Okay, hold
like
on.
that.
Oh, see,
You
wait,
earlier
wait.
you said that this was a hard decision for
That
you.
is suspicious.
Wait,
Yeah.
no. What were you gonna say about Valkyrie, OC?
Oh, she's not like the best. I mean, come on.
Yeah, she's dope, but she's not the best. Yeah.
Okay, this is personal preferences, and I just like Valkyrie's character a lot over the other ones.
What do you like?
You know what? I'm learning from last imposter game, Scott. No.
No, what? Shoot. Okay, this is gonna be an uphill battle. Dang it. I feel like this is like the opposite of last game, which is hilarious
Okay.
because like OC, you guys thought it wasn't OC, but I actually do think it might be OC this time.
Why?
Because OC's first choice was Gamora, right?
Gamora, yeah. What's wrong with that?
I mean,
I
you
don't
did
know.
have a struggle, OC, with like explaining why
No,
she's
that was
your
I was just the
favorite.
first person to talk. It was just getting the bugs out. But what else?
I think your explanations for why Gamora is your favorite were very generic because that's a very obvious answer. A lot of people love Gamora, and of course Zoe
She's
Saldana is
an
a badass.
assassin trained
like,
by
what
I
else
still
can
think
Thanos.
it's Scott, though.
Like,
No,
come
it's-
on.
So what?
Okay,
What
okay.
about her?
She's awesome. What do you mean?
Okay.
Okay, you know what? Now that makes me kind of question. Can you go more in depth about why she's your favorite?
I mean, in that first Guardians movie, she was the best part of that whole movie, and she was the most interesting character. She was the only one who had
Okay,
the emotional
OC.
depth in that movie. And
OC, my question for you is why isn't Captain Marvel the worst for you?
why isn't? I mean, I can remember things about Captain Marvel. I think that's what it comes down to for me. Is like I legitimately don't remember a lot about what Wasp does or says, even though she like what was stated earlier, like she has a movie with her name in it, and still it's like I don't really have a sense of who she is as a character.
The choices are difficult. I mean, okay. So Christine, Nebula is your top choice, and who's your worst choice again?
Wasp.
Wasp.
And then Crystal said Nebula was your favorite, was it?
Yeah.
And then your least favorite
Scarlet
was...
Witch.
See, that's acceptable because like I feel
I
like
don't
Scarlet Witch.
know. Scarlet Witch, worst?
Scarlet Witch is pretty dope in
OC's
my opinion.
imposter for even questioning me.
No. Everybody gets the smoke, okay? No, explain your worst pick. Why is she the worst?
She was the least memorable for me.
But how about like Wasp or
I liked
or
Wasp. I like her, even though I didn't remember her name. I like her because I'm biased. I think the Ant-Man movies are like some of my favorite like in the entire like Avengers
I see, yeah.
films.
Because you like
and I
you
think
like heists, right?
I do. I like Heist, and I thought she was cool because she pretty much like trained Scott. She's a pretty strong character. Those movies dealt with like, particle science, but I thought she was cool, honestly, and she had some good fight choreo. So I can't hate on her. Whereas like Scarlet Witch is like she's got some magic plasma powers that can blast people back, but like Captain Marvel can do that and do it way better.
Dang, this is tough. Once again, I still think the list is too large. It would have been easier if it were like smaller.
It would have been easier if y'all didn't pick the same worst character.
I was considering it, but then I was just like, no, everybody's gonna think I'm the imposter.
No, you can't. You gotta go with your gut.
Well, I guess I have a few not good favorites on here.
I feel like
favorite characters.
How come nobody chose Black Widow as their favorite? I feel like somebody, I don't know, statistically would have
Well,
liked
just 'cause
Black Widow.
why didn't you?
Black Widow didn't really have like she's dope, but I kind of prioritize like more fantasy characters over
Yeah,
that.
none of us chose as our favorite like a human character. In fact, you chose your least favorite as human characters. So
Oh,
Yeah.
man. This is tough.
Honestly, I'm just gonna vote you, Scott. Sorry.
Christine, it's not me. I swear. Like, oh man, how do I even like? Why do you think it's me? I just.
We thought it was, who was it? We thought it was OC last time, and it was you.
Yeah, but that's because like, if you guys rewatch that video once it's released, you will tell that I was lying 100%. Like, come on. Who thinks Andrew Garfield was the best Spider-Man, all right? This time, reasonably, I can say that Valkyrie is certainly a lot of people's like she's not a bad character. She's really funny and she's cool.
Yeah, she's not a bad character.
I still suspect OC then.
But she's
like,
not the best.
I suspect OC as well.
Yeah, I suspect you too.
Don't suspect me, okay? It's not me.
Are we gonna repeat history?
It's not me this time, so we're not going to repeat history. We're not going to repeat history because it's impossible to repeat history.
Yeah, but then if you lie...
I'm not lying. I swear to God, I'm not lying. We have to vote by 20 seconds, okay?
It says 40 seconds on here.
It says 42 seconds for me.
Okay. Well...
Yeah, OC, defend your like of Gamora besides she's an assassin.
Yeah.
Like, that's something you can read on paper. Why do you like Gamora?
I like her because she's my favorite. She's
Yeah,
green, which is
okay.
cool.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
You can't even think of like a good reason. He's like grasping.
Sorry. Man.
Scott has voted.
No, we have to. It's been 20 seconds. Otherwise...
Fudge!
Okay, I'm voting for Scott.
No,
I'm voting
dude.
for
Oh
Scott.
my God. Why?
Oh
He
my
didn't even give a
God.
good reason. He didn't give
I'm
a good
voting
reason.
for Scott.
Oh man,
I
this is
voted
terrible.
for OC.
Christine, please.
Sorry.
I swear.
Wait,
No.
What happened?
why did it say I voted for
Glizzy?
you, Crystal?
Yeah, why would you do that?
I voted.
we got
no,
him.
I voted
We
for
got
OC.
him. Yo, we got him.
I voted for OC though.
Okay, okay.
my favorite.
I told you guys we were not gonna repeat history.
All right, cool. Okay, well, in actuality, who is your favorite then?
Okay, in
And your least
actuality,
favorite.
my favorite is Black Widow.
See,
And-
I told you guys.
And my least favorite is Captain Marvel.
I told you. See, I even called
I
it
was
for
thinking that.
OC.
But yeah,
called
when
it for
Scott brought
OC.
that up, I was like, I feel like I had a feeling you said in the past that Captain Marvel was your least favorite,
Yeah.
and that's close to my opinion too. If it wasn't for Scarlet Witch, Captain Marvel would be my least favorite.
I think I was just traumatized from our last round, and I'm like,
Oddly enough, I was going back with my favorite between Black Widow and Nebula. So that would have been
okay.
a bunch of Nebulas.
Yeah.
But yeah, no.
I didn't know Nebula would be so hot. Well,
I
She does
liked
have
her
she has a
since-
good character
She's
arc,
literally
for sure.
hot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
she
but
has an amazing
that
character arc.
that was a surprise. I mean, that wasn't surprising to me. I feel like it was definitely OC, but like, man, that was hard to convince you, Christine.
I was just traumatized from the last round.
Yeah, but I mean, how did you feel about your lies, OC? Did you feel like you were
Yeah, what do you have to
convincing?
say about your lies?
And you had
I
to go
mean-
first too, which was hilarious because you were
Yeah.
struggling for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I like Gamora. She's just not my favorite by a couple. And I mean, it probably would have been smarter for me to go with Nebula because I probably might have been able to argue that a little bit more.
Do you like Nebula more than Gamora?
I do. Yeah.
Yeah,
do.
I
But
can tell. Yeah, she's my
Wait, then,
favorite.
oh, yeah, okay, I see.
yeah. But no, it was cool. I think arguing between Wasp and Captain Marvel wasn't that bad. It wasn't that hard because like neither of them is special, and Captain Marvel. I think Captain Marvel just actively gave me negative feelings, whereas Wasp was just like forgettable.
I don't think Wasp was that bad. I just think that when you're acting with Paul Rudd, it's easy to get overshadowed because he's so charismatic.
Yeah.
Whereas like Captain Marvel had a whole cast supporting her, Brie Larson, and like the whole time her just performance was like uninspired, and Captain Marvel was just like boring to me.
I'm pretty neutral about Captain Marvel. Like, I don't hate her, but I also don't love her.
I think that just that movie sucks, so I just don't like her.
Yeah, unfortunately. She was also, I was debating between Wasp and Captain Marvel for my last pick.
I was debating between Captain Marvel and Wanda, so
Yeah.
it seems like there's a lot of work that can be done as far as like Marvel writing these women.
Female characters.
And the fact that a lot of us really like Nebula shows that, like, I don't know, maybe like anti-hero is the way to go, you know?
Well, no, it's just the character arc. Like,
No,
a lot of Marvel.
That's what it is.
A lot of the girls
Yeah.
don't have that. Nebula
Yeah.
has that because it's like her relationship with Gamora. Gamora is like kind of like the Mary Sue. She is perfect. She can do everything.
Yeah.
And then like it's been a real struggle for Nebula, and she's actually like pretty funny too. I remember in the sequel to Guardians, she had some little quips, you know.
Yeah.
And I thought
And
that
a
was
lot of-
really interesting.
A lot of Marvel like heroines, they're kind of straightforward. I out of the list that we chose, I do like Nebula, Valkyrie, and Gamora, and Black Widow. And a part of that is because their back history is like they started off kind of like shitty, and then they like turned into a hero.
Yeah.
I guess that's very similar to
I mean, Valkyrie's
their
the
heroines
opposite.
too.
Valkyrie's
Well, no,
the opposite.
Valkyrie, she like
started off defending, you know, the throne.
That's
whoever's on
true.
the throne.
And then she went into like a depression and was
Yeah.
like fuck the world.
and then she
Yeah.
came back from it.
but she
Valkyrie's-
had that type of history.
Yeah.
Is what I'm trying to get at.
For me, it's personality. Valkyrie's top 2 for me because she's like actually intentionally funny. Like she's got really great timing. That movie was really good.
She's really witty.
Yeah, just like Guardians is really good too. At first, I feel like maybe Nebula was overshined by a lot of like the funnier characters, but like they really like built her up like eventually, like because now she has like kind of that sort of like fish out of water comedy, you know, with like Tony Stark on the ship, and like she'll have her own little like, I don't know, moments where she can be kind of funny. And I don't see that with like a lot of the other women characters, you know. They'll have like a witty line, but it's always like one note to me as far as delivery. And that might just be something with the writing, you know, because they're good, talented actresses, but I don't know. I just haven't seen anything special from a lot of them.
This makes me think of a tangent, and maybe we could go more about this later. But I wonder how they're gonna rewrite Gamora's character into the Marvel universe, since she technically died and now is back but doesn't have the same memories.
Yeah. Well, that'll be interesting to see.
Yeah.
But any closing words from our imposter?
I have failed. And mark my words, I will not fail again.
Okay. Next time in our other Among Us style video. All right. Later, guys.
Later.